All right, guys, another great interview with a young man named Harlan Bivens. You got to check him out. He's over at spade.com. It's his barbershop that he owns. And he also has a youth program for our youth in Detroit, Michigan. Guys, check him out. Check out the interview. This young man is going to move up pretty well and pretty swiftly in the city of Detroit. Check out this video. Hopefully you guys, give me some comments, thumbs up, like the video, pass it along, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys soon. Oh, and remember, you always have the power in the palm of your hands to make some things happen. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. The power. Okay, we at spade.com.
Yeah.
Jason, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, champ. Doing real good.
Oh my God, man! I ain't seen you in a while, bro. So what's been going on? What's the latest thing that you got going on right now? I know you're a real busy man, and you got a lot of things going on. Yeah. So what's going on right now since we've been having this pandemic?
Yeah. So since we've been having this pandemic, there's been a lot going on. First and foremost, I want to thank you for the opportunity.
Well, I thank you, bro.
Yeah. And I just want people to notice that I think breathing is important, right? Just being present right here, right now, just this way. Right. So what have I been doing? I've been doing like a lot of internal work as it pertains to like maybe some of the business ventures, maybe, or managing and maintaining, which comes from a space of not necessarily. I think the pandemic puts people in a space where they feel like a victim to a degree.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily feel like that.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Okay, cool. Yep. So I do believe that this is almost like that phoenix, rising from the ashes type of. It's almost like if you ask a person, like, how does evolution feel? You got where I'm coming from? Yeah. But Target specifically, yep, we're here today inside of the salon. Thank you guys for joining us. So jspades.com is hair and nail salon. So currently here, I've adapted to some of the current situations, i.e. due to the pandemic. So we got an iWave 2 here that kills a lot of germs and stuff like that. I've changed a lot of processes here. We also started a nonprofit organization called the Better Detroit Youth Movement. The Better Detroit Youth Movement, our mission is simply, we're solution providers. We've given out roughly like $150 million in scholarship funds. Yeah, we've had young people write into the Charter Commission. Currently working on an Emerging Leaders program with a partner called AYE, Association for Youth Empowerment. And we really believe in coming to these enlightened perspectives on how to move our city and our youth forward. And I have a real estate arm. I do a lot in that capacity. But always like looking to learn and grow. Some transportation. We own horses.
I know.
Yep.
I didn't know that you still had the horses.
Yep. So we still had the horses. So it's just a lot going on in that capacity. Yeah, man, just always looking to create some new opportunities. I was actually looking at purchasing some property maybe in India or Africa, just to kind of, name a few places. Yeah, I think that we need to take more of a global look.
Okay.
Like this thing that we experience that we consider to be life. I mean, it's kind of quick, right? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think the pandemic allows a lot of people to understand, like, yo, you're not here forever. So being able to look through that lens, I like to speak past generations to come. Because so what would life be like if you considered doing something a little different, right? And you was like, yo, I too can buy something in India or Africa or China or whatever.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that moment create the impact that would allow your family an opportunity that could probably never happen if you didn't take that action?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Africa or India?
Yep.
Wow. So, what made you choose, like another whole country? What?
So that's interesting. I believe it is getting ready to. So I think people look at it as an economic crisis, right?
Right.
Or an economic collapse is what they believe, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think that this is in the investment world, they tell you to diversify your portfolio, right?
Right.
So I think this would be a good opportunity to look at, even getting some dual citizenship. I was just talking to one of the homegirls. Her dad is from Belize, and she wants to, buy some property out in Belize, right? So all I'm saying is, like, if your circle not in these types of conversations, maybe it's time for you to be the one to have them conversations in your circles.
Right.
You got what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think if we look at, and then you got a lot of people like doing the Forex trading, looking at currency and stuff like that.
Right.
But if we can get into different markets, I think it just creates a different opportunity.
Yeah. Wow. I'm still blown away with real estate in a whole nother country.
Yeah, man.
So have you started planning this, as far
Yeah. I have some people over in India as well as Africa.
Okay.
I went to Africa. Me and my wife, we went. I don't know, about 2 years ago, give or take.
Yeah.
And we did South Africa. Really cool stuff there, man.
I remember that because I was planning on going on that trip.
Yeah.
I remember speaking about that. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so real good stuff. So I just think that, man, you live once. It ain't nothing but money. You know what I'm saying? Like, just on the financial tip, right? So I'm into stocks as well. I was just talking to my little cousin, and I was explaining to him. I was like, hey, man, I got a question for you. How old are you? He was like, I'm 18. I was like, okay, cool, you're 18. I was like, I got a very pointed conversation for you, and it deals with finances. How much money do you think you spent with Doritos over your lifetime?
Right.
So he like, I don't know, man, probably about maybe 2,000, 3,000. I was like, no, trust me, it's a lot more than that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So if you look at the money that we spend in other areas, why couldn't we take that money and invest it somewhere else, or just do something different with it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of like, my thought to that, but I don't want to be all over the place. Yeah.
That's okay. That's all right. So let me ask you this. So I'm going back to the barbershop now.
Yep.
How did you come up with the name Spade?
Okay, so in the community, so my name is Harlan Bivens. All my friends call me Jay.
Right.
Little unknown fact, if there's any Jasons out there. Jason stands for July, August, September, October, November. Ain't that kind of cool? Jason. So anyway, J is short for Jason. So my clientele, they was like, Jay, can I get a fade? Jay, can I get a fade? So the idea of Jay's fade kind of birthed on its own. My uncle, whom has passed, he took some time out to kind of help to establish some of the structure that I, work from on, starting business and stuff like that. My family, we got a strong entrepreneur spirit.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. All right. So now, what I'm looking at right now from that's in back of you.
Yeah.
Could you fill me in on the elegance of
JaySfades.com. Yeah.
So what's the difference between that and this Jay's Fade, or is this going on to another establishment, a second establishment, or it's all in one?
Right. So, and I love these types of interviews because we have opportunity to ask many questions, and I'm gonna be with all of them, right? Okay. Just this way. So the elegant part is just an opportunity for people to express who they are, but also get into an elegant feel. So sometimes in the urban environments, man, people miss out on certain opportunities. So I just want to create that, right? Not only bringing back the care and being thoughtful, but just really bringing back elegance. You know, our industry has been in many lights. Sometimes they say we ghetto, right? So for me, it's just about shedding light on elegance and just some of the simple things. So we do a lot of personal and professional development here, which is a historic pillar in the community salons, barbershops. You know what I mean?
Right.
So taking a very special approach of our clients, identifying the quality of dialogue, and allowing them to go and grow in areas that they see fit, and doing it with a sense of elegance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you combined, you also combined your nonprofit with your company, or is this a second entity?
Yeah, it's just a separate entity. Yep, separate entity altogether.
Okay.
So the mission of the Better Detroit Youth Movement is, the Better Detroit Youth Movement is a nonprofit organization comprised of positive-minded individuals whom are committed with working with schools, parents, teachers, and other service providers to uplift the quality of life and learning for our city and its children.
Is this basically the city of Detroit?
Yep, but we have developed other markets as well. So we had the Better Brooklyn Youth Movement, the Better Baltimore Youth Movement, doing things on a national scale with the National Black Teen Empowerment Expo.
Okay.
So we like to, again, act locally but think globally. Better Detroit Youth Movement is a scalable model.
So you've been in business basically all your life.
Yeah, since I was like 12, child. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I'm only 22. I'm only 22. Right.
That's excellent, man. I mean, I can't even I don't have words behind that, because, you know, in order for anyone to even recognize they have this type of power within themselves, it takes a lot for a person to even develop this. It takes years.
Yeah.
And for a young man as yourself, you know, just to take initiative and help other people out, to encourage people, to have people grow and believe in themselves is like high honors. You know?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, yeah.
I mean,
so I just want to say this. For you to be able to recognize that, it got to be in you too. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So just being in that space, just that way, I think is powerful. I think poverty is a conversation, just like I think wealth is a conversation. I think most of us need to identify what conversation are we in. Is the pandemic happening to us, or are we happening to the pandemic?
That's a good question.
You see what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
Yeah, so I think that, you know, sometimes things can happen on a small shift.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
So some people in a state of survival.
Exactly.
So how could you think beyond the space that you currently in if you in a survival space? You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Powerful stuff.
And that's deep, because I say that all the time. I mean, I try to focus on that. Like, anything that you want to do is by your choice.
It is.
You know, so if you want to change anything in your life, you have to change it yourself.
Yeah. Simple, child. Yeah.
Man.
The only thing you can change is your state of mind. That's it.
Yeah. But if you change that, everything else will follow right into place.
Ding dong telephone. I'm serious though. Yeah.
Wow, that's deep, man.
Yeah.
So, how do you spread yourself as far as like with family? I know you have all of these other things going on.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that a lot of people cannot get past and still have success, is running a business and running family. You know, those two, sometimes those mixtures can like make a combustion.
Yeah,
You know,
that's dope.
It doesn't last.
Yeah.
And how do you make
which is a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So to suggest something doesn't last is a conversation.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not gonna go into
No, we
making it
can.
last.
We can.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
I can
All right,
be.
so we can touch on that.
Yeah.
But how do you maintain all of this?
So I think it's perfect. So with the camera not being able to capture, it's my cousin being here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So my cousin is here in the background. This is the same cousin that me and him spent a lot of time, you know, establishing some structure for our family, right? So right now, in this moment, I have a cousin that's actually battling cancer that he's going back and forth and texting with.
Okay.
So in that conversation, we strengthen each other, we create opportunities, and we create our outlook. Happiness is a choice, champ.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, you hit that right on the nail.
So the question might be again, like, you know, how am I in my family? Well, the pandemic created an opportunity for most of us to be at home.
Absolutely.
So what I practice in the community, you know, is what I practice at my home, is what I use with my family. You know, having some opportunities to dive into some spaces where people are, the media is pushing people from a psychological standpoint into stress. They're reminding you to be sick. You know what I'm saying? They're in pandemony. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
So if you're constantly being reminded of all these stressors, you know what I mean? You know, sometimes people just need those helpmates or family just to kind of be there. So since I'm able to communicate effectively to a degree in the community, I'm able to do that with my family. And I just appreciate the opportunity that people took out for me to even be in the space that I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right, so let me ask you this. If so you do a lot with the Detroit Better Youth.
Better Detroit Youth Movement, yeah.
All right. So how do a kid or a parent get in touch with you to be a part of that group?
Yeah, so we do a lot of things online at the Better Detroit Youth Movement. We have a Facebook page. They could definitely reach out to me or you. You know, we can do some things online. I'm just all about creating, man, and collaborating, moving our city at large from fragmentation to consolidation and coalition.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now I want to go back to real estate.
Yeah.
So, are you creating? I know this is a step that you're just not getting into, right?
Oh no, I've been in real estate for a long time.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
great.
I've been in real estate for a long time.
So, are you expanding it? When I say expanding, are you doing any training as far as real estate, or are you just selling? Is this something?
Yeah. So on the investment side, I teach people about the opportunity to invest instead of being a consumer, being an investor, what those operations and processes could look like. And it's rather simple, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then we, actually one of the guys, he just left, he wants to get into real estate as well as box transportation. So me and him having some conversations specifically about that. So I'm definitely open to that. I have trained a lot of people in these areas in working capacities. I've been doing it for a very long time now, as far as I'm concerned. I've been in real estate since, I've been in real estate, man, since I was like almost high school. You know what I'm saying?
Right, okay.
Like, I just tell this real short story. So me and a group of my guys, we was out and we was just trying to buy property. So we would go out, we was working with a title company over there in Harper Woods area. So we would go out, they had so many properties. We would go out, look at them like, oh, yo, I'm about to buy this, man. This mug's sweet, it's a 2-family, it's brick. Yeah, I'm about to put this bid in. So we'd go up there, we'd talk to them, we saved our little money up, and what we was noticing that the person was actually sending it out to their investors because they couldn't go and look at all the properties. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when you are taking the steps, man, just to be in these places, I was going to Eastland a lot, you know. I knew where Foot Locker was at. I knew where these stores were. I knew how to go right to them. So I was like, man, if I put my feet in a different space, I'd be doing something different. So I took my feet and I put them in Home Depot and Lowe's. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as that started happening, man, I just started doing more things, you know, as it relates to like construction and real estate. You know what I mean? So that's kind of a simple shift, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the next big thing that Jay is getting ready to get into?
So I had a conversation with my dad today. Specifically, we have a transportation company. We own rigs. So just looking at what some of the contracts could be. Also have an investment group. So, you know, looking at that. So those are two separate entities. And then, you know, it's a host of other things. Me and my cousin, financially working towards. So I don't necessarily want to speak too much on it. But yeah, we got a lot going on, man.
Okay.
And then you always gotta have fun, right? Yeah.
So what do you do for fun?
I mean, I do a lot of stuff, man. I do a lot of stuff. I actually like, to meditate and just have this, right?
Yeah.
Some open dialogue.
Yeah.
But then I like to get active a little bit, I'm out just in the McLaren, just having fun. We just do a lot of stuff, man. I was in Vegas and did some stuff with my guy, and he took me out, and it's actually Mayweather's birthday.
Okay.
So Mayweather came over, he kicked it with me and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool. Just shooting pool, man. I like doing stuff like that, man.
So you still traveling then?
Yeah, I'll get active, champ, for sure.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
How is it since all of this chaos has been going on? Has it changed your perspective on?
I mean, yeah, it changed my perspective a lot. My cousin was just here. He came from somewhere in Europe, but he's now getting ready to go to Korea.
Okay.
And I want to go to Korea. I was just considering the money that I would spend here to kind of just do a whole little spa thing, this whole self-care piece, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be kind of dope if I shot to Korea and just kind of, stayed there and just kind of decompress, you know what I'm saying? So it was just some thoughts, you know what I mean? It might be cool to just do that and kind of get away. But then also, too, you want to take heed to, what's taking place, too,
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, my thoughts about it is I've done a lot of traveling. It's not like it's over for me.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but I've probably done a lot more than what most would have done.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Jason, I appreciate your time,
Man, I appreciate you for creating this space, man. For real.
For taking the time just to even speak with me, man, because I know that we've been trying to get together for a while.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I really appreciate this.
Yeah, I appreciate you a lot
Hey,
more than
man.
this, man. Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys later on the next one, all right?
X-ray.
X out, baby.
Yeah, peace. That was dope, man.